This is the Penguin After Dark video that was never supposed to be shown. Not supposed to be seen by the light of day, but here we are. I'm just kidding. Roll the fucking intro. I started by building the uprights. They're the most time consuming and trying to figure out the best route to go about doing it, so that's why I started to get kind of the hardest thing out of the way. And this is actually how every time I'm doing a project that's something new, I spend a lot of time doing this. I mean, a lot of time doing this. Just contemplating what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna execute it, my life's choices, how the hell did I get here, and why am I having to figure out how to make this damn thing? And it's all just like this. This was like several minutes of me just sitting there, and I'm speeding it up for your convenience, so you're welcome. I needed to drill holes because I'm going to be making these pins, and the pins will slide in, and that's what holds the headstock in, so you can take the thing apart or put it together. The pins will also act as a way to lock it shut, but then also you can quickly remove it in case of an emergency. And then also it's versatile, so you can open it from the left or the right. And then I need to cut slots into the uprights. So I need to cut slots to fit the headstock, and this is time consuming because you want to make sure that you get it right and you get the fit right. Because there's nothing worse than having to spend a lot of time trying to repair something you screwed up, or just wasting the material and having to start over. Take your time, measure twice, cut once, yada 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 yada. And the last steps to do with the uprights is to go ahead and make the feet. And I'm just going to do like little half flaps and then give it these little kind of braces. And then after that, it's routing and sanding and kind of doing some little decorative, you know, aesthetic to it. And then it's on to the base.
Bass, bass, bass.
Saturday nights used to be so much fun until we came down with a bad case of adulthood.
And symptoms of adulthood include responsibilities such as financial, family, and screaming into the void.
I felt like adulthood was running our entire lives. It even affected our sex life. That's before we found the solution. PAD.
Penguin After Dark. They specialize in a unique take on traditional adult relationship enhancement devices, such as floggers,
Butt plugs,
paddles,
dildos,
and much more.
PAD put the fun back in our functional relationship.
Be sure to talk to your local Penguin about how they can help you. Making the base was pretty easy because I just took a piece of 3/4 inch plywood, cut a handle into it, and then I used the feet to mark out where the mounting holes will be, so you can feed a 1/2 inch bolt and some wing nuts to secure the uprights down. And pretty easy. The whole thing took no time at all. I wish more projects were this quick. Now the last components are the headstock and the pins. So with the headstock, the way I designed it is it has a neck hole and then it has 2 different size wrist holes because I want someone my size to be able to have my wrist fit into it, and someone Mrs. Penguin's size, her wrist to fit into it, to be just a little bit more versatile. Now granted, the neck hole I could only go with like one size since it's right in the middle, and I tried to kind of find that medium ground, and I get there are some people that with smaller heads that would probably be able to squeeze back through it, but I designed this so that if someone's in it, it's not going to be cutting off circulation to their throat. And of course, the thing is easy for the top to get the bottom in and out of in case of an emergency. And now the last components to make are the pins. So I just threw them on the lathe and turned them and tried to make them as identical as possible so they could fit into the holes easily. And of course, I forgot to get footage of the paint job. I tend to do that a lot. So if you made it this far in the video, go ahead and comment down below, good job, Penguin. But you try to make it sarcastic. You know how like the SpongeBob, you know, the fucking uppercase, lowercase all over the place? Yeah, dude. And if you made it this far, don't forget to do all the shit. And you can follow us on all the other social media stuff. Link in the description. Here it is. Yay. This was part of a 4-piece set for an event called the Kinky Karnival here in San Antonio. I made them this pillory, a victor's chair, a cross, and a spanking bench. And their information, link in the description. Thank you for sticking around, and until next time, peace! Oh yeah, and one last thing, if you didn't realize already, but we do have a TikTok fucking channel or account or whatever, and that's where I put most of the stuff when I'm building toys. So I'm leaving YouTube for the furniture and stuff, and TikTok is where I build toys and just kind of stroke my ego with it. And so go check it out. It's going to be Penguinafterdark because groovy. Check it out. Actually show that I was able to do it, so I was kind of impressed with myself. Yeah, check that guy out. Oh, so when you're staring at a blank piece of wood and just wondering what the hell am I doing with my life? Yeah, so here's a paddle with a relief carving. Other cliche fucking thing artists like to say. Anyways, well, looks like I filled up this video with enough bullshit.